Morning, everybody, and welcome along to our August meeting of the Community Board. I don't have any apologies from anybody. Public forum, is there anything you want to add, Chris, at all? Notification of items not on the agenda, everyone?
You just be kicked out of social services.
Breaking up again.
Sorry, Jerry, was that?
Yeah, just breaking up.
Any conflicts of interest today? We could just start running through our minutes for our last meeting. Any comments down page 3? Four. And 5. It was really good actually having the Lions people here, so to inform us on stuff. It's really good. And page 8. Somebody move the transcript record. Thank you, Marissa, Sector, has some flavors.
All right.
Through to page 9, we've got our first of our 2 extraordinary meetings. Run through them all together. Sorry, Trish.
Just mention the appreciated Lions. Do you want to like it and then I guess look at whether it's it's 6 months or
That would be a good idea. Yeah, I think maybe in 6 months or something, perhaps, just not to take up too much of their time, but it was actually really helpful to talk directly to them and get to understand, just the because we often do get questions from people that if they don't see the sweep truck, they can assume that we don't even have one coming. So that was good. We could do that. Yeah. Right, our extraordinary meeting on page 9. Any comments down page 9? Eleven. Oh. 13. 10. 10. 10. 2. Another extraordinary meeting. Sorry, I think we're going to just run all these together. 2 extraordinaries and a normal meeting. Carry on through to page 19. And then the normal council meeting starting from 21. Third. One. Anybody knows that makes that report? Yep.
Aye.
And Terry, seconded? Yep. Well, folks, say aye.
Aye.
Carried. Right, bring this to our management. These comments down 37.
Yeah, just one.
Yeah.
Regarding on page 38 for transport, says that NZTA and the 8 detour roads are being funded by NZTA over 2 years. And there's an MOU being finalised this July, just passed. Just like to ask is, are Tower Alliance happy, or are we aware that they are happy with the funding they are going to get for these 8 detour roads? And what is the recourse should the funding not be enough, because that cost would then fall back on the ratepayers?
Interesting.
Yeah. So I believe that the Alliance and the infrastructure manager have been part of all of those conversations, and they have agreed to the amount of work that has been, and I don't believe the MOU is actually signed at this stage either. I haven't seen that. My direction to them was that if they were not happy at any point, they would have come to me directly and I would go in and start advocating. So we have done well. Obviously the pot's limited, but they are comfortable with what they've been given at this stage, understanding that, and I guess that's why it's been split out over those years. The biggest, I think, success for us is that those funds will, if they come to the Tower Alliance, it also goes back around our community, as opposed to having that work carried out by another contractor.
That's brilliant. Thank you. Cheers, Tracy.
Quite a sensible way of dealing with it.
Yeah.
I was picturing Higgins coming in here for months solid to go hard, and before they ended back.
Yeah.
That's how I thought it was going to go.
It was one of those ones where obviously all of the social procurement involved with the build of the Terra Highway was monitored, and it was just another way that Tower could receive extra benefit for what's advocated right at the start, which is really good to see them take that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
On through 39. Some interesting statistics there on the road usage, for sure. Through 40.
Make one comment on that. The number of the police are actively monitoring the highway as well, and the issue about speed tickets a day.
What's that? There's not much in the way of speed signs. In fact, there's nothing I've actually seen about that. One just quite close to Woodville. Once you're actually on the road, if you look around, you can't see them. Wonder if it could benefit from
Additional signs.
one of the something where's the road starts, because yeah, I saw one at Woodville. Because I specifically looked because I've driven over it a number of times and wondered what the speed limit was. And so I actually made a point of looking, and I found one at Woodville.
It'll never be 110. The gradient's just there's 100. The community board could put that through to the Alliance, and there is the ability for Waka Putahi, the big signage that's gone up in the middle, is electronic signage for if there's wind, snow, extreme events, accidents, things like that. They can put something in on there as a reminder.
Yeah, how do we go about asking for that? How do we do this?
Directly to the ETA.
As in, like, is that something you would do for us?
It's the water power, we said.
Do we have to make that an item next meeting or do we do something now?
It's up to them.
What does everybody think about that?
Information.
I just think it's really easy to miss that somewhere closer to Woodville and then all of a sudden you're on this new road. Oh, it's a nice new road, but I wonder what the speed limit is here. Like, I personally was wondering that.
I wouldn't know even.
It doesn't take long to get to 102 going on that road.
On the down.
Okay, just remember this is recorded too.
I've been told I'm the only big stay at 90.
So does if everyone's happy, does someone want to move then that we ask Larissa, if we move that we send a letter to NZTA and ask for some speed signage on the new tube Road. Seconded by Evelyn. All those in favour, say aye.
Oh,
Carry. All right, moving through 41. Week 2.
all gone quiet again.
Yeah, can you hear me at all?
Just did then. Just cutting in and out a bit. It might be atmospherics, I suppose, but
Trying to speak a bit louder, so we're all up running, sir.
I think what the microphone might be picking up is when you're too many pages. So if you turn the page and then speak afterwards. So I think that's the static. It might be good.
We're up to page 46, Terry.
yeah, I'm sort of got a rough timing when you're asking, so that's how I'm following.
All right. And 47. The concrete works, on 47 there down the bottom, getting that award's pretty cool, and I say it looks pretty impressive too. It's pretty cool that our district is, we didn't long ago get an award. The Alliance got that other award recently too, didn't they? Anything down 48?
I attended the
Commissioning of the wetlands.
when they turned the tap on and we got to watch the overflow and so we attended that and it was really good. There was South Warren, Warren was there for Eketahuna Community were there and I think I was stopped in for the community. But it was really good.
I would have liked to have been there, but
Yeah, I have voiced strongly the disappointment that councillors, myself, and community communicated with. I don't think you were invited on to the community.
No, but I don't know.
And I think that the community board can be communicated clearly with the shutdown notices. Directly, because you're advocating directly with the community. It's a very fast one. So I have respect and spend future.
can we make a note from this meeting that we were disappointed that we didn't get invited to that opening, and among other things too that happen to do with Eketahuna, because we are supposed to be the first place that locals can come and ask, but we don't know.
Because my came through Rangitania, it didn't come through council.
It wasn't until I read these reports that I knew this. It doesn't have to do anything particular, only to just let us know if it isn't in the big light. We would have liked to be invited to their opening, the wastewater and anything else in the future that happens.
And we'll take these, whatever notes and action items, and take those back up through the executive.
Yeah.
I think it was important, like HCC for the community board to know about the water shuttles as well. It's really
It's
important.
also something else to feel like we're actually
Doing
doing something a little bit more effective than just sitting at our meeting for.
Mm.
All right, following through 49. And 50. 51.
Just getting back to 51, which is solid waste at the Eketahuna dump. The containers are a lot higher than the last ones. So they've actually got pallets for people to stand up on to throw the rubbish in. So if that could be noted and through safety.
It's the
Station on Engine Street.
So I've also noticed the containers of chemical recycling, they're really up high as well. And I've seen people who had trouble putting their containers up so that they get empty. Their boxes
Do
are,
we get a photo on the area?
because TPD's helped about 4 people now. You said they're just too short, Mum, they can't even reach
This is the one in town.
the one in town.
Oh.
Yeah. Colin said, really, yeah, we found that quite disturbing how high the one is.
Making plans for the tool myself. Can I just check when you say the pallets at the transfer station, and those pallets, have they got the people in there, or is there something with those pallets?
But it's valid,
Okay,
not
can you note that as a mentioned health and safety? Risk?
Do you need a photo to go with any of that? Or?
I think just mentioning pallets, I'm mentioning that the pallets are more
Just more
like you've got a sense, but
Yeah. This one.
it's just that some of these spot might, not be on it properly or unstable or.
Admittedly,
How those pallets are.
yeah, the man that's working there is very, very helpful.
All right, thanks, Harrison. Right, anything down page 50.
Was that the thing?
We can't put people in.
I think it might have just dropped off.
Is there no way of knowing whether it's out or was in?
It'll be.
Yes, ours is fine, ours is fine.
Okay. All right, and anything down 51? $54. Yeah. One. Five. 68. Nine. 71. 82. 54. 55. 76. What's the welcome pack? So that's just an automated thing that happens. What I remember we asked for it when we, just before we didn't meet the new residents, which we're planning to do again, early in the year with have a new board.
Yeah, I think it's something that you could ask in different communities do, that everyone in Eketahuna is given a list of who the Eketahuna Community Board members are, and that's included welcome pack. Then that way everybody would know who represents them. Yeah, or anything that's key. Yeah.
But so they automatically just get one when you residents. I remember we.
But it talks about recycling, taxi stations, all the things that, libraries, things that people need to know.
That's one list that I have to ask for or think about when we do our new residents. Yeah,
Well
I
done.
should start planning for it soon, but
Yeah.
All right, anything down 77? Someone move that we received the management report. And there is a skew and a seconder.
Yep.
Evelyn, it's all those in favour, say aye.
Right.
Carried. Back to you.
Hello again.
Yeah. Ellie, were you planning on taking us through some of the selection? Which name and answer?
I just wanted to include on the agenda, just, the web link where you'll find, like, frequently asked questions relating to elections. We keep this up to date, whenever questions get asked that aren't already in the resource tree updates. I've added a couple of those lately. I just wanted the board's help to make sure people in the community know where they can get information regarding elections from. So our website is a wealth of information. There's a page that's got information for candidates. This page that's got information for voters. The information for voters page has got details of all the Meet the Candidates events that we've been made aware of. And if anyone on the board gets made aware of any additional Meet the Candidates events, please send me the details. Then I can add it into our website. We've advertised all the ones that we're aware of. We've put them in today's mission calendar. But if we don't know about it, we can't tell the community about it.
So the was it election in Z who that's organised that?
Oh, it's in the ballot.
It's in
It's various community groups. It's not council. It's not any government organisation that organises the Meet the Candidates events.
but it's in the ballot has already
They've,
scheduled.
yeah, they've scheduled theirs, and I've got those listed.
And that's just theirs. The question was that why they wouldn't have a mayoral candidates one on the same day, and you could only have got 3 o'clock for board members, 4 o'clock for
I can ask that. That
councillors.
organisation will only hold one mayoral event in the district. They're not going to hold 2 in the district. They've got limited, funding. Their funding's by donations, and so they've organised a mayoral Meet the Candidates event, and they've done that for this Saturday in town hall in Dannyburg. But they're not going to organise a second repeat.
Only one in the district.
One in each district. If they're going through the whole of the country running these.
So could we suggest that the Main Street Committee ask?
Well, our town is actually organising that, and Chris is part of that group. And I'm in the Aotearoa as well. So we're actually organising, we wanted to do the mayors, the candidates and the Māori board, eh?
Yeah.
Just, we wanted to cover all three.
Yeah, so you need to link in with me about the date. It's going to be on a date that
Yeah.
other events are being held.
We'll send you,
Yeah.
we know that we're waiting for a meeting on Thursdays.
To confirm everything.
If they same date would make sense though, wouldn't it?
Probably, but we would
There's a
still
lot of
want to,
people to talk.
Was that?
There's a lot of people to
There's a lot of
talk.
people
With
that-
11 candidates in the Southern Ward on the end of ballot, and then in the ballot will have the community hall, they'll have stuff set up and want to pack down. So we'll be tying onto them, it'd be awkward.
we make it longer. the meeting.
So we're looking at something next month. I think it was sort of middle of next month, I think we're looking at it. So
Right.
we're sort of throwing some ideas of dates out there. But we'll try to get it all done on the one date for the candidates and the wards, but we have to talk about how long,
Yeah.
how much time, because it's, do you want 2 minutes to talk or 5 minutes to talk? It's something we have to.
So we have to sort out our program for when they come.
Yeah.
And it's the same with Pahia Tua Marae, they want to do 3 sessions as well.
So if they can just check out our information that's on the website, because that's got a listing of the dates that have already been taken by other
Mhm.
groups, so that you're not doubling up. Yeah, and just let me know the time, date and venue, and which candidates are being invited. And I can add it to our resource.
All right, no,
And
that's good
it's
to know.
something to let people know that are wanting to organise events. All the candidates' contact details are on our website, so it's up to the organisations to
Yeah.
get in contact with the candidates.
And also just need to note that it must be a community group and not a community board.
Not the community board.
We're not allowed to ask for that, just to,
And events have to be, they have to be run neutrally.
Yeah.
And all candidates invited to attend.
Yep.
You can't sort of pick and choose that we only want to hear from, these two, candidates are not all of them. It's got to be open to all, so it's a fair process. Yeah. And, I've also been asked about by some groups, like how should we run them? And it's like, the answer is it's up to the group, how they want to run it.
Yeah.
I've got information on the frequently asked questions page about, some ideas and guidance about organising such things. But you might want to do it as an audience Q&A. You might want to do it as like each candidate has a certain amount of time. You might, do a speed dating kind of thing. The candidates that are around people. So it's up to each group how they want to run it.
well, thanks for that information, Ellie.
Right.
Quick one.
Yeah,
Got my hand up. Just for Chris and Evelyn, if Eketahuna Our Town is going to organise it, be very careful about spending any funds that you have from EOT because you're charitable.
Yeah,
And you
it's all right,
can't
we
use stuff like that.
brought that up in the conversation that we're going to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. And the other one was,
There's the parcel is.
yeah, and the other thing, Chris, is when you're organising it, I would actually give people an amount of time they're allowed to speak. If you ask them how long they want, they could be there forever, mate.
Right.
yeah. So there you go. Take
5
those.
minutes.
Yeah,
5 minutes is plenty,
Minutes
is plenty of
about
time to get
space
across what you want to say.
All right, take those to your
Yeah, we will.
town meeting. Thanks,
Thank you
Evelyn.
very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry?
No, it's fine. Cheers.
I just, on item 11 there, I'd just like to,
We've got one more item under the discussion.
the general assistance.
Grants. Just want to put that on there just to encourage members to keep talking to your community organisations about the availability of the fund, because it closes soon and they're not being swamped with applications.
I did ask Emma Elliott, just last week, and she said she was partway through the process. So.
Discretionary funds.
Yeah. So yes, just remind people if you bump into them here, that needs to be done ASAP.
I think we had one for the school patrol treat.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Nothing but
Or the
the
dates
dates
of
of
the
it.
follows that debate through for the need to run, so we can.
I saw that correspondence from them. Yeah. All right, and yeah, I just wanted to note on item 11 there, after having the Alliance visit last meeting, the potholes were fixed super fast, so that was really nice. Yeah. Items not on the agenda, which we're going to rename heavily. Yeah.
Until next year, then you can rename it somebody else. So mine is only about social services that are coming to Eketahuna. So we have Harm Water, who bring heartlands, so they deal with winds, working income, inland revenue, community law. So the community law goes to the library anyway, but the Heartlands comes up here and she does all work and income. She's here once a month. She's trying to change it to come down at least twice a month, but at the moment once a month. We also have and they operate from out of the health centre is our health coaches from Eketahuna, and we also have our survival skis and children tamariki health checks that come to Eketahuna once a week as well. So it's bringing social services here. And I'm still working on the vehicle, the people that teach you to drive, trying to talk them into coming up to here too. Because sometimes it's a bit hard for people to get somebody to do it. So I'm still talking with them. And even when I'm not on the community board next year, I'm still going to keep yabbering away to them, to keep them, to try and keep them coming up here.
Oh, that's excellent.
And it's mental health. I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just check with the income amount, if they double up on services like survival,
So they work with the health centre girls.
yeah,
So when Leanne and them are doing another promotion, our survival SME girls come in and pick that up and up with them. When it usually is because we've got to get your home to have people that live here.
yeah.
So that's one of the reasons we brought our survival SME team here, was because they were these.
Is it for
I was just checking.
It's for everybody.
I was just checking it wasn't taken service or.
Yeah, no. So to get into our services, we actually have to use the health centre. So to access the health coach and the survival skills, you actually and all the people who go through the health centre actually know the process that they have to do. So they have to book in with Leanne and them, and then it gets referred on to our girls who will come in and do.
So that's okay.
Yeah, so it's still, and actually the plan was that we activate the health centre more to get out, because our girls can also go out to people's homes.
Yeah.
They can go and do these checks. Yeah. So that's the main reason we wanted to use. So the health centre is actually a hub for Te Kiti Home Water to actually help them with services. Because we also, Te Kiti Home Water is also part of the mid-central connection. I don't know all those big polluting committees, but we're all hooked in together with them. So yeah.
It's pretty cool to see you live while we could only having that service. It's impressive.
Mm.
All right, well, on that note, we'll declare the meeting closed, and thank you all for coming.
We need to go get that form for you to fill in nowadays.
No, it's just checking because I think.
Yep. Well, I was still only going to hear even though I
Thanks, Jerry. See you.
down in Masterton.
Thanks, Mel.
See you soon.
Yeah.